Have you ever pondered the possibility of an intelligent civilization that might have inhabited Earth before us? Imagine long before we started carving our history into stone, there could have been another civilization, as intelligent, maybe even more advanced, that once called this planet home. This isn't just a wild science fiction notion, but a scientific query that's rooted in the Fermi paradox and the Drake equation. The Fermi paradox, as many of you may know, is the apparent contradiction between the high probability of extraterrestrial life and the lack of contact with or evidence for such civilizations. And then we have the Drake equation, a probabilistic argument used to estimate the number of active, communicative extraterrestrial civilizations in the Milky Way galaxy. If we could potentially share our universe with countless other civilizations, then why not consider the possibility of sharing our Earth's timeline with another? According to estimates by the Kepler Space Telescope, there are around 40 billion exoplanets in the Milky Way that exist in the habitable zone of their star and could potentially support life as we know it. 40 billion. That's an incomprehensibly large number. Each one of these planets could be a stage where life's drama unfolds, just like it did here on Earth. But let's bring our focus back to our home planet. The question of a pre-human civilization isn't just about satisfying our curiosity. It's about understanding our place in the universe and our planet's capability to foster intelligent life. It's about recognizing that if there was an advanced civilization before us, they might have faced the same challenges we are facing today, and how they tackled these challenges or failed to do so could hold invaluable lessons for our survival and prosperity. So, let's dive into the data and explore the likelihood of a pre-human civilization on Earth. To begin, we need to understand the enormity of Earth's history. With that in mind, let's dive into the geological timescale, a system used to measure the vast expanse of Earth's past. This scale is divided into several segments, each representing a significant period of time, with the Precambrian era being of particular interest to us. The Precambrian era, a seemingly unfathomable span of about 4 billion years, covers nearly 7/8 of Earth's history. This era is a spectacle of time, stretching from the formation of Earth around 4.54 billion years ago up until the emergence of abundant complex life just about 540 million years ago. During this era, our planet underwent massive transformations. It was sculpted and reshaped by geological forces, witnessed the formation of its atmosphere and oceans, and perhaps most importantly, saw the dawn of life. The earliest known life forms appeared during this era, simple single-celled organisms that were the precursors to all life on Earth. But let's pause for a moment. With such a vast time frame, could there have been ample opportunity for life to develop beyond these simple organisms? The conditions on Earth were harsh during the Precambrian era, with intense volcanic activity, a lack of oxygen in the atmosphere, and devastating meteor impacts. Yet life found a way. It survived, adapted, and eventually flourished. Given the right conditions, could another form of life, perhaps even an intelligent civilization, have developed during this time? It's an intriguing question. After all, the Precambrian era is a vast canvas of time, offering countless opportunities for life to take root and evolve. So as we ponder the enormity of the Precambrian era and the life that emerged during this time, we're left with an enticing possibility. Could there have been an intelligent civilization on Earth before us? A civilization that blossomed and faded away within this grand expanse of time, leaving no trace of its existence? With such an extensive timeline, one can't help but wonder, could another civilization have developed? If a pre-human civilization did exist, what traces might they have left behind? Let's dig into the intriguing concept of technosignatures. Technosignatures are signs of advanced technology that could indicate the existence of an intelligent species. They're like the cosmic calling cards of civilizations, left behind for others to discover. Astrophysicists have been toying with this concept for quite some time. Notable among them are Adam Frank and Gavin Schmidt. Their work has been instrumental in understanding how technosignatures could potentially provide clues to the existence of a pre-human civilization. When we talk about technosignatures, we're not just referring to physical artifacts or structures, we're also considering signs of industrial activity, such as pollution in the geological record, or even the detection of non-natural electromagnetic signals. However, the search for technosignatures is not without its hurdles. Frank and Schmidt estimate that any technosignature older than about 4 million years would be nearly impossible to detect. Why, you may ask? Well, our planet is a dynamic and ever-changing entity. Geological activity, such as the movement of tectonic plates and natural processes of erosion, would have likely erased or buried any technosignatures from such a distant past. Imagine a civilization that existed millions of years ago. If they built cities, those cities would have been ground to dust by the relentless march of geological time. If they left behind artifacts, those artifacts would have been buried deep within the earth, hidden from our prying eyes. Even more ephemeral techno-signatures, like electromagnetic signals, could have dissipated or been drowned out by cosmic noise over such vast stretches of time. It's a bit like trying to hear a whisper in the midst of a roaring thunderstorm. So, as fascinating as the idea of techno-signatures is, it's also a daunting one. The relentless churn of our planet, the very processes that have shaped and reshaped it over billions of years, also conspire to hide any signs of a civilization that may have existed before we humans came to be. This presents a real challenge in our quest to uncover any evidence of a pre-human civilization. To get a sense of what might remain of a past civilization, let's consider our own. We are currently living in what many scientists refer to as the Anthropocene era, a period characterized by the significant impact of human activities on the Earth's ecosystems. From the depths of the oceans to the outermost layers of the atmosphere, there's hardly a place that hasn't been touched by our species. Our impact has been so profound that we've altered the very chemistry of the atmosphere, increasing carbon dioxide levels by over 40% since the dawn of the Industrial Revolution. We've also significantly modified over half of the Earth's land surface and have become a major driver in the extinction of species, ushering in what some refer to as the sixth mass extinction event. But how long will evidence of our civilization endure? This is a question that has intrigued scientists for decades. Some structures, like the Great Wall of China, could potentially endure for up to 100,000 years under the right conditions. But these visible structures are the exception rather than the rule. Most signs of our civilization, like our cities and infrastructure, would likely disappear within a few thousand to a few million years, claimed by the relentless forces of erosion, plate tectonics, and the passage of time. Even our most enduring creations, like plastics and radioactive waste, would eventually degrade and become indistinguishable from the natural environment. Studies suggest that the longest-lasting evidence of our existence might actually be in the form of our impact on the planet's geology and ecosystems. Changes in sediment layers, mass extinction events, and shifts in atmospheric chemistry could all provide hints of our presence millions of years into the future. So if another civilization did exist on Earth before us, the chances are that we wouldn't find their cities or technology. Instead, we would have to look for subtle signs in the geological record. If another civilization did exist, finding their remnants would indeed be like finding a needle in a haystack. So, could there have been an intelligent civilization on Earth before us? We've delved deep into the crux of this question, examining the geological timescale and the elusive techno-signatures, and considering the fleeting nature of our own civilization's impact. The geological timescale, a vast and complex chronicle of Earth's history, has shown us that life on our planet has been a series of trials, errors, and triumphs. It's a testament to the resilience of life, but also a reminder of its fragility. We've grappled with the challenge of finding techno-signatures, a task akin to finding a needle in an interstellar haystack. Yet the very difficulty of this search underscores the potential uniqueness of our own civilization. Our Anthropocene-era evidence, a blip on the cosmic timeline, shows just how transient our own impact might be. It raises the question, if a civilization were to come after us, what traces would we leave behind? While the evidence may be elusive, the possibility remains intriguing, challenging us to look at our world and our place in the universe in new and profound ways.